game, but the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Third and long for Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run with Marshall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ohio! 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 Take 4! Flex round! Flex round!
He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll drop the throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. And outcome, ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Panthers have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got his target, Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go play action. Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
Now Marshall. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll go on the ground. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dontari Poe able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Flex round! Flex round!
Check.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Out, ballet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now.